YouTube forum friends, what up? Bobby C back here with another custom handgun quick look. Today we are looking at my Chambers Custom YC2 carry pistol. The YC2 is a collaboration between Steve Fisher and Chambers Custom, and this is the second rendition Pro Series between Joe and Steve, and I have to say it's an outstanding carry pistol. Really digging this gun. Really like it a whole lot. It's vastly different than really anything else that's in my stable, and because of that, it just kind of shines and stands out in a little bit of a different way than really a lot of the other stuff. So with that said, let me go ahead and jump in, get into the features, talk a little bit about this, and then I'll let you guys go. The YC2 project was built by Brandon Bueller, who works at Chambers Custom. In my opinion, Brandon builds one of the nicest firearms that I have felt. He, as a gunsmith, he is truly an amazing builder, and being an ex-Navy SEAL, just hats off to that dude. Super cool, humble guy. Really like Brandon a lot, so shout out to Brandon Bueller on putting together an amazing pistol. So let's jump into what the YC2 is, what the hype's about, and then I will let you guys go. So first and foremost, it's a full-size frame that's railed, and so you're going to get the benefits of a full frame. It's not chopped down, it's not bobtailed, it's nothing like that. You can get 10, 11 rounds in this thing with really no problem. And all those, like I said, all those benefits of the full-size frame of a steeled 1911. Sitting on top of that frame, you have what essentially is a an officer-sized frame with the comp on the end of it, which then turns it into the size of a Commander 1911, or 4 1/4 1911, if you want to call it that. Anyone that knows anything about building 1911s or functionality of 1911s will tell you that having a small slide like that with a comp and getting it to perform optimally is a very difficult thing to do. So again, shout out to Joe and Steve for figuring out spring rates and how much mass they needed to take off or leave on, and the proper ways to fit this, along with what ammo and all that kind of good stuff to use. That's a challenging thing. So the fact that they got this one right is just kind of speaks to what Chambers Custom is doing. So what are the features of this? So the first thing you'll notice, in my opinion, is the comp up front. This comp is super tiny but super effective. It makes recoil feel almost non-existent. When I shoot this compared to other 9mm that are Commander length, the recoil difference is definitely noticeable. The comp definitely works, so I really love that feature. You have ball cuts up front, so the ball cuts make those serrations which just look great, and they function great. So to manipulate from up front here, it's those are there for a purpose, and they work great. You will notice that there are no rear serrations, which is totally fine. You can manipulate the firearm through the red dot, or even the the stationary fixed sight that sits in front of the dot. So racking the slide off of that, or even just grabbing the dot, is not a problem in the least. You have your rail, which has been also cut and lightened just a little bit, and then you flow back from there. Standard Chambers Custom flat trigger, polished small parts all the way around. You have some cuts up here on your mag release. You have your ball cuts with stippling, which is kind of difficult to video, but the Chambers stippling with the ball cuts is just a great feel. I really like it a lot. On the back side, again, you have a mainspring housing that has been stippled and then ball cut with the Chambers Custom grip safety. Trigger on this is outstanding. You're probably at right around 4 pounds or so. I don't mind a 4-pound trigger. A quality 4-pound trigger, in my opinion, is damn near perfect. You have chamfered out, quote unquote magwell, just kind of really nice little added feature there. You have some VZ grips that are aggressive, however they're not overly aggressive. It's not anything that, you know, is too painful if it's rubbing up on you. Up on top, you get that same continued stippling that the rest of the firearm features. You have that blended front rear, the blended front sight, and that almost looks integral with the firearm. That's just an amazing job, followed by a handful of ball cuts. Obviously the Cart National Match barrel, you know, as Joe kind of will, you know, his claim to accuracy and reliability and soft shooting is barrel fit. So, you know, shout out to Barrel Fit Mafia. That's really cool. You got the Chambers custom plate, and then a Holosun 509, or I'm sorry, a 508T on this green dot, and I really like that dot a lot. One of my favorite dots on the market. Again, you can see those polished small parts, which are great. And just overall construction of this thing, it just feels great in the hand. It's super accurate. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but last time I took this to the range, I shot a 99 6X under 20 seconds. One was outside that 10 ring, just barely, and you know, just shit happens sometimes. Just missed the shot. This firearm definitely loves hotter ammo. When I shoot range or lightly loaded reloads, I'm still getting functionality without any major issues. However, my groups aren't nearly as tight as when I'm shooting, you know, a critical defense round or a, you know, a full boat carry load, which, you know, Joe is completely upfront about. He'll tell you that this thing is made to shoot defense ammo. When I was at 1911 Attic Shoot, I brought this out. We were ringing steel at 100 yards with no problem, very consistently. So there were a handful of people that got to see me do that, and I think they were impressed with the performance of it in terms of accuracy, and then equally impressed with how soft the gun shot. Obviously, we have that flat trigger, which I love, and really everything else is just, you know, dehorned nicely, no major sharp edges at all, chamfers where you want them, and yeah, I can't really say anything majorly negative about this, but so everything really is on the positive side, which is great, and that's what you hope for when it comes to, you know, the custom 1911 world, or, you know, any of these firearms that you're spending big money on. Definitely am happy that I have this in my possession. So with that said, that's the Chambers Custom YC2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, you want to see any other angles of it, you have, you know, thoughts on, you know, seeing me handle it or shoot it at the range, I have no problem taking it out and showing off, you know, what it's all about. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, guys, stay on those B8s and shoot straight. Later.